Hi, welcome to Miss Annette's little farm in the big city. How are you today? It's good to see you. It is a really nice day today, but it's still too early to plant anything or get in the garden and do anything. So I'm just gonna kind of hang out today and do a few little chores. But while I'm hanging out here doing a few chores, I thought I'd answer one of the questions that I got from one of you. And the question was, how do you know if you're allowed to get animals in this city? I wanted to explore that topic with you just by going through the steps that I personally did so that I could be secure knowing that my animals were allowed here in the city limits. So we're going to talk about that today while I run around doing a few little chores here and there. All right? I think the first thing to talk about when you're talking about homesteading in a residential area like I do, I think that you need to ask yourself, what is it that I want to get out of this experience? A lot of people talk about self-sustainability, growing their own food. I think it's important for you to figure out exactly what you want to get out of this experience and how much time and money are you willing to spend on this experience. Because honestly, it's expensive and it does take a lot of your time. So then it's time to start doing some research once you figure that out. And you need to do research before you even purchase one animal. I promise you, this will pay off in the end. If you have an HOA, you need to check with that as well. A lot of HOAs do not allow farm animals in their areas. Now, you've got to check with your local ordinances. I know a lot of people say do it anyway, but it's really important because you don't want a big animal control truck pulling up and taking all your animals away from you. So you really need to check with that. Now, if you find that you're able to have animals and how many animals that you can have according to your local ordinances or your HOA, then the next step, and I think this is very important, is that you go talk to your neighbors. Because your neighbors can either be big allies for you or a big problem. And if they're not okay with it, go ahead and ask them, what is it about it that they don't like? What is it about it that they think is going to be really bad for them? Yeah, I like it. When we talked to our neighbors about getting chickens, the only request that they had was that we don't get roosters because they don't like to get up early. So I knew when they asked me that they wanted quiet in the morning hours. And they said they usually get up about 9. So early morning hours, we try to keep it quiet here on the little farm. I'm always thinking of the neighbors. And one of the things that makes having the little farm here so successful is my good relationship with my neighbors. And that helps build the community here. Everybody really enjoys having the little farm in this neighborhood, and I haven't had any complaints or any trouble with anybody so far. But I think a lot of it has to do with the way I brought the neighborhood into the little farm so that they became part of it as well. So you found out your ordinances are against animals, but you still want to have a homestead. Well, sometimes I think it might be easier to move, but not everybody can do that. So what are you gonna do? Well, what I would do, the first thing I would do, this goat is eating my notes. The first thing I would do is try to find other people who are interested in doing the same thing that live in your area. I would get to know them, talk to them, and try to build a group together where you can start petitioning so that you can start getting animals. That's where I would start. Contact your local government and talk to them and see what you need to do so that you can get that happening. If it's the HOA that's keeping you from having animals, it might be a good idea to join the HOA board and get others with the same mindset to join. There is a power in numbers, and together you could change the HOA restrictions. Of course, this is just an example of what I would do. I've never experienced this, but some of you might have. So please, let's help each other out in the comments. Having the little farm has been very rewarding for me. I have gotten more out of it than I've put into it. Just the community outreach, taking the animals to schools and having school children visit and adults visit. And we've had all sorts of people come and visit the little farm. And just to make that earth to self connection and helping people facilitate that has been an amazing thing. But you can decide what you want to do with your homestead and what you want to get out of it. And I hope that just talking here about some of the things that I did to make my homestead successful will help you decide whether or not this is something you want to do in your backyard, or if you just want to save your money and go buying 10 acres and go all in. When we started the little farm, we did it just a little bit by a little bit, and it evolved into what it is today. And it continues to evolve every year. Something changes about the little farm. My advice to you, if you are thinking about starting a homestead, I would start with your garden first, then add some chickens, and then if you really love that kind of life, start adding more animals. Just like we did here on the little farm. Well, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for stopping by for a visit today. I hope that some of the information I gave you today was helpful. I know that seeing the animals is always fun anyway. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for stopping by today. Thank you for all of your lovely comments and for your love and supporting me by subscribing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Try to get outside today if you can. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. And we'll see you next time. Bye.